All right, in this video, I'm going over the test review questions for the dog of Pompeii. Number one, the author says, if anyone was the master, it was Bimbo. What did he mean by this? Use details from the selection to support your answer. Well, so if you remember, Bimbo was the dog, and so you would think of the human Tito as the master, but the author says that Bimbo, if anything, Bimbo was the master. Well, if you think about it, what is normally the responsibility of the master to the pet? Okay, think about your own pets if you have any. You know, you're responsible for feeding the dog, taking care of the dog, keeping the dog safe. Okay, and if you think about this story, there's many instances, and you'll need to go through the text to supply the specific details of these instances. But there are many instances in the text where Bimbo does those things for Tito, okay? Where he helps keep Tito safe, for example. That's the most obvious one. And so you'll want to go through the text and find those exact locations in the text where Bimbo is taking care of Tito. Okay, that's what the author means by this, is that Bimbo is taking on a lot of the responsibility that normally the master would take on, or the person that owns the dog would take on those responsibilities for the dog. But in this case, the dog Bimbo is doing those things for Tito. So again, look through, find specific examples from the text where Bimbo does those types of things, and you'll want to include that in your answer. Okay, number two, the author includes many details about daily life in Pompeii before the crisis. Which details from the story help you understand what life was like? Well, right at the beginning on page 524, the author goes into kind of what's happening around the city, describes as they walk through the city what's going on around them, and based on that, kind of describe or tell what life was like based on those details that the author is giving you. So, for example, it talks about the big sports stadiums. So, obviously, entertainment was an important part of daily life in Pompeii. Okay, then they go through the public square where people are buying food and things like that. So describe some of those details that help you understand what it was like to live there on a day-to-day basis. Okay, what types of things were people interested in? What types of jobs were people doing? That kind of thing. Okay, number three, would you enjoy having a companion like Bimbo? So that's just yes or no, but then you explain your reasoning and use examples from the text. So if you wouldn't like to have a companion like Bimbo, you need to find examples in the text where Bimbo does things that you wouldn't like. Okay, so you would say, no, I wouldn't enjoy having Bimbo as a companion because on page 5 blank blank, when Bimbo does this, I would find that annoying, or something like that. Or if you think Bimbo would be a good companion, you would say something like, yes, I think Bimbo would be a great companion to have. For example, on page blank, in paragraph blank, Bimbo does this for Tito, and I think that would be really cool to have a dog that would do things like that for me. Okay, so that's what it means by explain your reasoning and use examples from the text. All right, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.